Yep. Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. And who is this episode brought to you by today, Schultzy?
You know what? I think it's we got some mid-rolls.
Oh, we got mid-rolls.
So you getting this shit right now. You getting the episode right away. No sponsorship. Yo, big announcement. The August 27th show in Ohio, the Brilliant Idiots live show, is going to have to be rescheduled, okay? We'll be getting out to you guys and figuring out. Charlamagne has to host the MTV VMAs pre-show. He is unable to do it, to get out there, so we are going to reschedule that date. Again, Ohio, August 27th is going to be rescheduled. We're working with the promoters right now to figure out what we can do, but it's going to be rescheduled, okay? We're sorry about the inconvenience that there. Spread the word. Thank you very much.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had every intention of not talking to white people today, but I didn't realize how difficult that is for me to do.
Yeah. You need us. Forget it.
I don't know if I need y'all, but I live in a very... I'm around white people all the time. Like, literally. Like, it's my manager, Karen. It's my assistant, Paige. It's my people at iHeart. Like, you know, but you got to give me a little moment, because I saw Birth of a Nation yesterday.
Okay.
Wow. First of all, I hate slave movies.
Yeah.
For all the reasons of the emotions I'm feeling today.
Okay, well, just come on. How do you feel about it?
The only good... First of all, let's be clear. Let me preface this by saying my favorite slave movie of all time is Django.
Yes.
And the reason Django is my favorite slave movie of all time, because Django wasn't a victim.
Yeah.
All right? And I don't like any movie where somebody's constantly a victim. Period. Like, if it's a girl and she's getting raped and abused, we all love it when the girl finally gets the gun and shoots the motherfucker who's been raping her and abusing her, right? Yes. That's what I liked about Django. All other slave movies, fucking hate them. I feel like they just show nothing but oppression, show nothing but a lot of, victims. And I think that subconsciously gets in our mind and makes us continue to be victims.
Sure.
You know?
With you.
Nat Turner, I've told y'all this for years. That is the only slave movie that I wanted to see after... And then I never saw 12 Years a Slave with a Butler, and I denounced all of that shit. And I said, if you're going to make a slave movie, make something about Nat Turner, which I never thought I would ever see, by the way.
Okay.
Nate Parker raised the motherfucking money, shot the movie, sold it to Fox for $17.5 million. The movie is incredible.
Okay.
It's exactly 2 hours fucking long. It's just great. I don't know what to tell you. I went to a screening at Fox. There was only 13 people in the screening. It was me and my wife and my homegirl Tiffany. Salute to them. They cried like 3 or 4 times. It was 4 or 5 white guys in there. When I tell you these white people got pissed off.
What do you mean?
You've been to a Paul Mooney show, right?
Yeah.
This is like being at a Paul Mooney show times 100.
Wait, what do you mean?
One white guy. First I thought he just had to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
He walks out, the door slams. I'm like, what the fuck you slamming the door for? Like, it's a movie going on. He did this shit like 4 times. At the end of the movie, right? I stand up and go, amazing. Because this is a good fucking movie. These white people like, they stormed out. I'm like, is it me?
I can't believe that.
Ass wax. Ask my wife.
I can't believe it.
Stormed out.
Why would you take a stand on that film? Like, why don't you just smile and nod and then be racist later in the safety of your own home?
I'm with you. And that's the conversation I wanted to have, because I wanted to know what exactly made you upset.
That is just because in a corporate setting, mind you. That's weird.
It was only 13 people, though.
Doesn't matter. It's still in a corporate setting. Were they were insiders, right?
I don't know who they were. I'm sure they were somebody, but I didn't know who they were. I'm sure they were somebody. You know what I mean? Probably reporters, things like that. But they were legit upset, and I wanted to know.
Maybe they're upset because the movie didn't do Nat Turner justice. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe
they're Nat Turner historians, and they really care about Nat Turner, and they felt like the oppression that Nat Turner went through wasn't really they embodied in the film.
That's true. They didn't. I mean, I've read a lot about Nat Turner. I've read Confessions of Nat Turner when I was young. They didn't show Nat Turner killing any women or children. Which is, I think if you're going to do Nat Turner, like, you really got to show. Like, Nat Turner, when he read that scripture that said anybody can get it, he really gave it to everybody. Yeah. They didn't show that in the movie, But, I mean, other than that, I thought it was pretty good. Like, really good, actually. Yeah. So I wanted to have a conversation with them to ask them why were they upset.
Me too.
Like, what were you upset about? Like, I want to know, maybe you were upset because the history of America upsets you.
Yeah.
Which is fine. The history of America should upset us all. It should upset us that we had oppressors. It should upset us that people were oppressed. Like, that should upset us. And it should upset you that even to this day, this shit is still going on. Like, we haven't really came much further as far as mindsets are concerned. Like it's people that still feel that way. You know?
Yeah,
maybe you
I think
about
we
that.
have come a lot further than slavery.
Yeah, and you can't. But I'm just talking about the mindset. Like it's still like if you watch that movie, there's so much parallels to what still goes on now, just mentally. Like even
I gotta see it. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
It's great, man. I encourage everybody to go see that movie, October motherfucking 7th. I know that they're trying.
Wow.
October 7th. I know they're trying to discourage everybody by, dropping all of these various charges against Nate Parker. Oh, they coming at Nate Parker.
That's, first of all, that's not discouraging. That's not to discourage people. There's no conspiracy here. When you're under the spotlight, everything in your life is illuminated. That's just the reality of the matter. When you are under the spotlight, everything in your life is illuminated. When you get big enough, when you get big enough at something, and when you're the highest paid film coming out of Sundance in film history, there's going to be a spotlight about it. When the film is about a very touching subject like slavery, and especially Nat Turner, there's going to be people that have their eyes out. And yes, there are going to be people out there that are racist and that they have an agenda to maybe squash this struggle or squash this movie, that kind of stuff like that. But that is because of the spotlight that there is. If this movie was some indie movie that they paid $100,000 for it wasn't being released on Netflix or anything like that, I don't think we'd hear a single word. But the fact that it is so highly touted, people said it was absolutely incredible. Like the fact that there's so much support going on for the movie, I think one brings out the haters, absolutely, but also brings out these things that are going to happen in your life.
Listen, somebody's trying to discredit Nate Parker. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know if it's the Illuminati. I don't know if it's some distributor who's upset that he didn't get the film. Somebody is trying to discredit Nate Parker.
We should say what it's about. Well,
it's a number of things. It's 3 things, actually. Number one,
3.
Yeah, first it was he got a white wife. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
He got a white wife and 4 kids. And this is what some black people are saying. And this is the stupidest thing to me. How can a person who's married to a white woman make a movie about oppression? So listen. If you get a white wife, you don't get oppressed? If that's the case, I need a white wife. All right? If it's just that easy. If I could just go marry a white woman and that eliminates whatever somebody may think of me as a black man, I want in, goddammit. All right?
You can love your blackness, right? You can love your blackness, or you can love your Italianness. You can love all these things and also fall in love with somebody that just so happens to not be Italian or happens to not be black. It is not like he's on some search for a white woman, right?
And by the way, don't you think you put yourself more under the gun?
What, if
we live in a system that is against black people, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think being with a white woman would piss off more racists? You as a black man, they don't want to see that.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Marrying a white woman really pisses everyone off.
That's like being black and gay almost. Because you got two struggles now. I'm black and I'm got a white woman.
I understand what you're saying, which is like you're going to piss off certain black people that don't like interracial dating.
Yes.
And you're going to piss off certain white people that don't like interracial dating.
Yes.
So you're actually taking on more oppression.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. I just hate this argument that like dating someone outside of your religion or outside of your race or whatever it is, and we always see it with blackness, where it's like you date outside of your skin color, and then in some way it means that you don't find black women beautiful or you don't support black culture or something like that. I just don't understand the correlation to that. I've never understood the correlation to that. You know how hard it is to get along with people, right?
Yes.
Like imagine getting along with someone for the rest of your life. If you meet someone who you think you could tolerate for the rest of your life, I don't care if it's a turtle. Fucking marry that bitch, bro.
It don't matter what color they are. Are y'all compatible? Can you wake up in the morning and not want to kill this motherfucker? All right? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's number one. There was the white wife thing. And then number 2, matter of fact, this was before the white wife thing. They said he was homophobic because he made comments that he would never play
He was a wrestler.
A gay role.
You were a wrestler in college. Is there anything gayer than grabbing men and rolling around on a fucking mat in a leotard for 4 years?
Yeah.
That's just college.
Putting your dick in them while you're rolling around.
Putting your dick all up on their back and shit, grabbing around their waist like you're on a Vespa. Get the fuck out of here.
But it's funny to me, that shoe really hasn't dropped yet, though. Like those comments are documented. Yeah. I mean, that was out. Like they put, you know what they did? If you pay attention, 2 weeks ago, they threw 3 things out there to see which one really stuck.
Interesting.
It was Nate Parker and his wife welcome 4th child. It was all on E and shit. Then all of a sudden, he's got a white wife. How can he make a Nat Turner movie? Then it was, he made the homophobic comments. Those didn't really stick. But that rape shit.
Well, before we get to the rape, can we just, and I'm sorry to go over this once again, can you explain to me as a black dude why there's this issue of marrying or being with a white woman? What do you think that comes from?
I think it's just the history of America. I mean, I think it's changed now, but I vividly remember me being 8 or 9 and my cousin Tisha, salute to her, marrying a dude named Jerry, who's white firefighter from Chicago. And I do remember members of our family being highly upset for no reason whatsoever. And well, no, the reason was because he was white. It wasn't for no other reason.
Yeah.
I remember being young and hearing the adults being upset. Why would she marry a white man? Blah blah blah. Guess what? Tisha and Jerry are still married to this day.
and the rest of you divorced.
Is that word? No, that's a fact. Hold on. That is a fact in my family. They're divorced. My father and my mom are divorced. My uncle and my aunt are divorced. My uncle Harris and his Aunt Lottie. Yes.
Marry a white, you're never gonna fight.
I'm just saying, they've been together for, it's gotta be at least 20 plus years now.
Yeah.
So it's like this same thing that they were upset about back in the day for no reason other than he was white. They've been together 20 plus years. So clearly she married somebody she knew she was compatible with.
Right.
And now Jerry's cool. I mean, I've never been that way anyway. I don't give a fuck. Like,
right.
I like pink pussy. Okay. Yeah. So if you marry a white woman, and let's be clear too, a lot of people that y'all love in this era, these revolutionaries, they're from interracial marriages. Jesse Williams, J. Cole. You know what I mean? W.D. Fard Muhammad, the founder of the NOI, was black and white. Like, what do you? Like, who cares? Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So I never give a fuck.
But does it come from this idea like, okay, I have a distrust of white people because I've been treated shitty by many white people in my life?
That's it. It's just the history of America. The history of America is same way as Cowboys versus Indians.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sure.
Lakers versus fucking Celtics.
Yeah.
It's black versus white.
Right.
That's just it.
I understand it's big. I'm not trying to like justify it or say it's okay to have those thoughts.
You know what makes it the most?
I get it. You understand what I'm saying?
I get it. Black women hate it the most, I think.
Is it because of that Chris Rock thing?
What Chris Rock thing?
Like, what is it? Is they don't want to fuck white dudes? Like Chris Rock had some joke about like white men want to fuck black women. Mm-hmm. Black women don't want to fuck white men.
Yeah.
So they're just left with people literally taking their men because those are the men that they're into.
No, I just think because black women feel like they are the most abused people on this planet.
So then get with a white guy. We are so nice. You can walk all over us, tell us what to do.
Your dick's too little. Too pink.
Maybe. Why don't they like pink penis like we like pink pussy? What's the big deal?
But it comes. I think it boils down to black.
We're not gonna bust it wide open. Okay. We'll maybe separate it a little, but we're not gonna bust it wide.
I just think it comes down to black women feeling oppressed and black women always feeling slighted.
Okay.
And when they feel that way and they see that black men choosing white women over them, it just adds to that. So I think they really get upset about that.
So if you really didn't like white people, right, and you think black men ain't shit, shouldn't you want... Shouldn't you want to sick black men on white women?
But that's what they say, though. Whenever you see a black man with a white woman, they be like, he ain't shit no way. He trash anyway. Go on to be with that other poor white trash. Y'all all trash. Go be trash together. Like, as soon as you get with a white woman, you're trash. I just want y'all to know that, black men. Like, Tay Diggs, as soon as they found out Tay Diggs had a thing for white women, he married a white woman, trash. Okay? Like, they just don't like that for whatever reason. You know what's
funny? It's the opposite gets celebrated. If there's a white guy that likes black women, all he has to say is, I just love black women. He's a fucking viral sensation on the internet. It's like, what? Which I think is some real, low-key racist shit, because it's almost like, what? Yeah, this guy loves black women? We need to promote this story. How
it's funny, though, because nobody ever makes a big deal of that. Nobody ever makes a big deal of a white man with a black woman. Like, George Lucas been married to a black woman forever.
No, that's not true, because there was that guy from, Florida or some shit like that who just did a viral video where he's like, I don't understand these people that don't like black people. I love there's nothing more beautiful than a black woman. I love black women. And everybody's like, this is the greatest guy ever.
I mean, goddamn.
Oh my God, look at this man. He's a prophet.
That's actually cheating, though. Like, I mean, you cut through and you say that black women are beautiful and black women are queens when all the other rappers are saying they bitches and hoes for years. Like, that's cheating,
you're finding
bro.
a little white space in the market.
Bro. That's cheating, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's cheating. But it should be a given. I mean, that's the other thing. That's a whole nother conversation. But it should be a given that black men love black women. Like, that's not something I have to say. I guess. I mean, if you want me to say it, yes, I'll say it, but my mother's a black woman. My grandmother was a black woman. My aunt's a black woman. My wife is black. My daughter's black. Like, why wouldn't I love black women? It's almost like announcing, hey, Andrew, are you breathing right now?
You know what?
Andrew, don't forget to breathe, bro.
I love oxygen, bro.
You love oxygen?
I love oxygen. Oxygen is so good for me, bro.
That's how I feel. Like, I love black women.
Black women are your oxygen, Charlamagne?
Yeah. Duh. I love it. Duh.
Charlamagne. Are black women. So if black women are oxygen, Dominican women must be your fucking ecstasy.
I'm trying, I don't know if it's Jesus, because Jesus always gets on the podcast and say, I hate black women.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where does this come from? Charlamagne hates black women. Like, how?
I know.
Like, what have I done or not done that makes you think I hate black women? I think
it's a testament that you don't have that much shit to knock about you. When they don't got a lot of shit to knock about you, all of a sudden you become gay. There's a gay rumor, and you don't like black women. Yeah. You have a gay rumor?
Absolutely.
You really black famous, bro.
I had a dude do a whole video and say he was my boyfriend and that I don't catch the bus to come see him no more.
Bro, you are black famous, bro. I didn't realize this.
His name was Glitter Dick. That was his name online. He said his name was Glitter Dick. Oh, boy. He did a whole video. But it's like, who doesn't? I love black women. Like, why do I have to announce that?
How about we just like attractive women? Like,
oh, that was the other thing. I did a video with Vlad TV once.
Yeah.
And Vlad TV asked me about a comment that Waka Flocka said. And the comment was that white girls are popping. So I go, the first thing out my mouth is, look, I love my black sisters. Love them. But Flocka's white, right? I said, there's nothing like seeing your black dick going into some goddamn white flesh and pink pussy. But it's the truth. I'm just talking about a preference.
Listen, Nat Turner was spinning in his grave when you said that shit. Jesus.
Nat Turner ain't never got a chance to fuck a white woman. That's why Nat Turner. If Nat Turner would have fucked some white women, he probably would have, you know what? I'm going to kill all these men. I'm keeping this white pussy for myself,
goddamn. Guys. What's the reason for all this struggle?
Hey, man, I'm gonna kill you white men, but I'm keeping this white pussy for myself, goddammit. All right? But my thing is, what's wrong with saying that?
There's nothing wrong with saying it to people who are being reasonable. There is something, well, I think in a way it sounds like you're putting it on a pedestal. Like it's better to put your dick in white pussy than black pussy.
No, I said I love my sisters. I love them. Well, Flocka's right. White girls are popping. I'm like, yo, it's nothing like looking down.
When you say there's nothing like, that's where it gets.
But there is nothing like, because it's a white woman with white skin, and I'm putting my black dick in her. There's nothing like, that's a rare experience. Just like it's nothing like Disney World.
There's Six Flags.
Yes, but it's not Disney World.
So you saying that black women are fucking action park?
Okay, I'm not saying that. See, I can already see the tweets going out right now.
I see
the tweets right now. Charlamagne just said we like Six Flags. Black women are Six Flags? I did not say that. All I'm saying is
black women are a carnival and white women are Disney World. That's what you're trying to say right now?
All I'm saying is every experience is unique.
Huh?
All I'm saying is every experience is unique.
That's a better way to phrase it.
That's it.
That's a better. You can't say there's nothing like the feeling of taking my black dick and sliding some perfect white.
I'm not gonna say who I was talking to yesterday, but it's a friend of ours, and they was like, man, one of the main reasons I love having sex with white women is because of the fact that 100 years ago, I'd have got killed for even looking at him.
Duval said that?
No, it wasn't Duval. Right? But he was like 100 years ago, I would have got killed for looking at one and whistling at him. You know what I mean? I do this for Emmett Till. I'm like, all right, slow down, bro.
No activist, fucking white pussy.
Fucking activist ass. Revolutionary cock. Like okay. Civil rights cock.
So let's get to, so basically Nate Parker comes out and they're trying to, you think, discredit him.
Yes.
And I agree with you. I think there are a certain amount of people that is their single goal, is to discredit him. Absolutely. I think that's undeniable.
2 months ago, somebody that has a lot of power in this business hit me up and said to me, they asked me, have I seen Birth of a Nation? I said, no. And it's only to get you in touch with Nate Parker. You really need to see this movie. So got in touch with Nate Parker. And then that same person said to me, we have to support this film. He said, we have to support this film. He said, I saw it. It is so powerful, but they will probably try to hang him for this. Like he said that to me. This was literally like 2 months ago. He said they're going to try to hang him for this. And I asked what he meant. And he was like, oh, I'm sure that, they're going to find some reason to discredit this film. This was 2 months ago.
I know, but, excuse me. Could the argument be made that a film this potent, the film this powerful, would you like it to be made by somebody that didn't have something as severe as that in their background?
I wanted Nate Parker to make this film simply because Nate Parker said, I'm not working for 7 years. He said, I'm not going to ever work. He said, I don't want to work ever again if I'm not doing this film. He told his agents and his managers, this is what I'm devoting my life to for the next 7 years. I like people with that kind of passion. I like passion projects because passion projects are great for us, the consumer. Like, think about how we talk about microwavable shit all the time and how people don't have no heart in things and they just throw shit out and it's like, that was whack.
Marinate the meat.
This motherfucker took 7 years to make this movie. Not just 7 years, raised his own money.
Sure.
It's a different level of hustle that I respect.
I respect it. I just wish that he didn't have a rape charge in his past because I know people will use that to discredit him. Will I use it to discredit him? No.
A rape charge that he was found
exonerated
innocent of.
Now, I looked up the case files. I did a lot of research on this. I read the
transcript.
And you read through it. So basically what happens is in college, him and the guy who co-wrote the book, a guy named Jean Celestine.
I forgot his name.
They were both, that's his name. They both went to Penn State. They're both wrestling scholarships. And basically what happened is Nate had a date with this girl. They ended up going back to his apartment. He starts having sex with her. This is all alleged. Jean and another guy are waiting outside the room. Nate waves at the. We should talk to Wax about
Sounds
this.
like a Brilliant Idiots episode. Yeah. All right.
So Nate waves Celestine in. Celestine comes in. Celestine has sex with her. She wakes up in the morning.
The third guy, the smart guy, goes, I'm cool on that shit, bro.
Exactly. He wants nothing to do with it. He doesn't see anything. Now, the girl wakes up the next day. Now, the girl is an interesting situation. She's this, what they'll try to paint out is she's this 4.0 track star. She was also on a scholarship there.
Who is she? Nobody knows who he is. Is she black?
Dead.
Is she white?
She's dead.
I found that out yesterday. I didn't even believe that when I first heard it.
Well, she
that
didn't
shit sound
die
like
recently.
Birdman. I got fired. Birdman fired Charlamagne. Like, I was like, come on now. Y'all reaching.
She died in 2012. She committed suicide. Yep. She had tried to commit suicide a couple times prior to that, I guess, which they're saying has to do with the rape case.
Which I don't like. We don't know that.
Here's the thing. Her past is kind of rough. She grew up in foster care from the age of 15. She had some stuff, but then again, she's going into college with straight A's, 4.0 GPA, and she's on the track team, so she got things going well. Here's what I took from the case and everything I read. I think they're both right, and let me explain this. I think she thought that she was sexually assaulted or raped, and I think they thought that they did not rape her at all. And here's the gray area is I got friends who get blackout drunk and I'll have conversations where we're talking about businesses we're going to start and we're going to do all these things. And then the next day I call them like, they're like, we went to the bar. Like they have no clue that anything happens. Yeah. But when we're talking that night, they're completely coherent. They're into the conversation. You couldn't tell me that they didn't want to do this business that we were talking about. So when you are Nate Parker and Jean Celestine in this room with this girl who's actively participating in this threesome, who is, maybe giving head, doing all these things to you, that's a sign of consent. You're
making a lot of jumps.
No, I'm not making.
He's not.
If you want to talk, Chris, get on the microphone. But and this is just from reading transcripts of the case, and it's also from phone conversations.
Listen, and this is what Chris didn't know.
Yeah,
the girl called him and said, "My period's late. My period's 2 months late."
Well, she did a pregnancy scare. Yeah,
she called Nate and said, "My period."
And that's how Nate admitted that John was there.
If you I'm not trying to knock none of you women because I do agree because it's plenty of episodes of Brilliance we've just talked about this.
Yeah.
You don't call a man and tell him your period late if you got raped. Now, when she starts talking about the other guy in the room, that's rape. We've talked about this on the Brilliant Idiots all the time. We've had these conversations where, we talked about a lot of things that guys have done when they were younger was rape culture.
Yeah.
We just didn't know it. If you hitting a girl from the back and your dude comes in and you move and don't tell the girl, that's rape. We've had these conversations.
But we're not saying that that's what happened here.
That is kind of what happened.
No.
Because Nate and the girl was having consensual sex. They had sex before.
No, that was the first time that they met.
You sure?
No. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, but I know that they had spoken before. I know that they had been talking for a while. He called her back in her home, I think in Virginia, these types of things. But I think, from my understanding, she was waved in. I think from what it seemed like that they were alluding to is that she was kind of giving maybe head to this guy.
Nate said to her, "You keep talking about being unconscious, but you had my dick in your mouth and you was talking, and then you was holding my man's dick." Like,
exactly, yeah. Like, and then they had sex the morning after, Nate and her alone, which makes me feel that Nate didn't think that he did that. If Nate,
that's a great.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's an amazing point.
So because if you felt like you actually raped a girl that was unconscious, I don't think you would have conscious sex with a girl. And from these transcripts, but what I'm saying is, I can understand why the girl woke up the next morning having no clue where she was.
Yes.
And finding that and maybe having these images of, did I have sex with both of them? Like, what happened last night? And then she goes, oh, I was raped. So that's why I say I think they're both right in what they felt.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
But Nate Parker.
Yeah.
Nate Parker should have been exonerated.
And he was.
He was. The other guy who came in and got some pussy and got charged with rape and then reduced to sexual assault and had to do 6 months, he didn't even
have to do 6 months.
Because she didn't come to court or something.
She didn't come to court. Yeah. She appealed the 6 months. She didn't want to come testify, so then they dropped the case. Yeah.
But he got what he deserved too. Because I tell y'all all the time. I tell y'all this all the time. You can go back to the old podcast. Yeah. Don't have sex with drunk women.
Say that again. So
don't have sex with drunk women.
This is so important that people understand this. The risk when a girl is intoxicated, the risk you take when you're having sex with her. If we have a couple drinks, that's one thing. But when you know a girl is drunk, it is not worth it, because literally, it don't matter if you're drunk. Think about this. If you're drunk and she's drunk, right? We got a girl that can talk about this kind of stuff.
Oh, we got a woman here.
Hey,
what's up, Miko?
I gotta put my nipple cover.
Hey, what's up, man?
Miko coming here listening to the Tax Stone podcast. Salute to my guy Tax.
Let's get her a chair.
And Miko, we both married. I'm glad. That's it.
All right. Yo, we're recording right now. Turn that shit off.
Oh, shit.
We on, Miko.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
we're talking about Beanie Siegel.
Beanie came for you a little bit.
I heard. What'd he say? Oh, we get that in a minute. I love Beanie.
There's the microphone.
I gotta hold my shit?
Yeah, you gotta hold your shit.
Damn.
Yeah, you spoiled.
Oh, fine.
Look, so basically, we were just talking about this Nate Parker, this whole like rape case and that kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
Point is, I think both people can be right in this situation. Clearly, this girl had a lot of emotional turmoil that happened after it, but that doesn't mean that he was aware of this thing that he was doing.
He didn't know he was raping her. I know that sounds crazy, and I know y'all listening like, yo, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all, I've told y'all this over and over. It's a lot of things that guys did, especially when we were young, that were rape, that we just didn't consider rape.
And
I'm married to my wife. Me and my wife dated for a whole year. She would not give me no pussy.
Yeah.
Me and my wife hung out one Saturday night, and she got sloppy drunk and passed out at my mama's house, and I got that pussy.
No!
Damn, while she was passed out?
Yes, I mean, she was fucking me back and all that, but she was really drunk. So I asked her yesterday, I was like, yo, did I rape you the first time we ever had sex? And she looked and she goes, I mean, in hindsight, yeah.
No.
I mean, but no, by the definition, shows it is.
No,
bro.
That's the thing we need to be careful. Just because a girl's intoxicated doesn't mean it's rape. Because you could also be intoxicated. Why is she raping you?
That's true. Listen, I'm with you.
And second of all, how often do girls ask us for consent? I've never once been asked by a girl for consent in my life. Have you ever asked a man if you could sit on his dick?
I have.
Bullshit.
I actually have.
You held it in front of your vagina.
I've asked before I even touched it.
What you mean?
What did you say?
I say I would ask, because sometimes I have a lot of friends that are before I was married, of course.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends that are guys, and I'm like a dude to them, like I'm really like a boy. And
I can see as you're sitting here.
Yeah,
you're
with
just
your hard
like
ass nipples.
Get the fuck out of here, Greg. You need a different angle on her.
Fucking nipple covers on. Charlamagne, do not
put a bra on.
But you sometimes you have to ask, because a lot of my friends saw me as just the homie, and so I saw them in another way. So I would ask, yo.
What would you say?
And what'd they say?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. How did you ask? I want to know that.
I would just flat out say, yo,
you're prettier in person.
God damn.
Nah, Miko bad as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
and she's so good.
Yeah, she's prettier in person. I always thought you were pretty, but you're a beautiful woman.
And she got that filthy
see,
mouth.
They be talking shit about me on Twitter like I'm ugly. They be saying they
I
don't know
never
how
thought you were ugly, but you're a very
people
beautiful
say they don't know why
woman.
Brent is with me. Like, oh, she's wag, she's 41.
He got
she's
50
old,
concussions. He don't know who he's with.
He got CTE.
He got no clue.
How long y'all been together?
7 years. That shit just touched me, that CTE shit. That shit is real.
Really?
That shit is real.
He beating you?
No.
Oh.
Despite the rumors,
You
no,
said,
stop beating
you
me.
said he is
No,
real.
but there's other things that happen when you have CTE. It's not just the beatings. There's just random, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Angry moments and random throwing shit and random, you know, like you don't know until it happens. And you know what I'm saying? If you're smart enough, you learn to de-escalate all those
Now,
situations.
it could be
don't
you too
aggravate
now,
them.
Miko.
No. Me,
It could be you. You could be the one causing them to throw things.
Believe it or not.
Like, could you
Look
stop
at you.
fucking slandering the NFL on motherfucking Twitter?
No,
you know that's my
he doesn't have a problem with any of that.
Okay.
Can we
None of
explain
it. He
who...
met me like that. That's the thing. People think I turned into this. That's how he met me. I was
Gotcha.
talking about football in 2006. The same shit. I didn't even know Brent Grimes then.
Okay.
At all.
Can we
I had a
introduce
radio show,
Miko
the same
before we
shit.
go any
Yes,
further
hi.
to the audience?
Miko's married to Brent Grimes. Brent Grimes he plays for, not the Dolphins, but he
The
plays for now.
Buccaneers
The
now.
Buccaneers now.
Yeah.
And Miko has been causing a lot of trouble because she's just been telling the truth about the NFL.
That's the thing. It's the truth. And I understand how, you know, the majority of NFL fans, granted, there's a lot of women fans, but there's a lot of middle-aged white men. And they don't like the truth, not about their religion and not about their football. And I get it. I leave them alone with the religion shit, but I'm not going to leave you alone about the football.
Absolutely.
Because it affects me. So I want people to know. That's it. You don't like it, don't follow me.
How old are you?
41.
You got kids?
What?
Dude, this is
Miko, you're 41?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I had no
Jesus.
idea.
Are you Egyptian or something like
Stand
that?
up one more time.
Yes, I do. I thought you was in your late 20s.
41.
Now this pussy is taking on a new dimension. I'm not going to lie to you.
41.
First of all, I love vintage
All right,
vagina.
sit
Vintage
your ass
vagina,
back down. What the
vintage
fuck is
vagina is
going on?
any woman that's over the age of 40 that's aging like wine and not milk. Like when
Miko,
it
41.
40-year-old, well put
Yeah.
together pussy is different than this young shit.
That's why they always say, why is Britt with her? She's so old. Look at me, nigga.
Yeah.
Look at me.
You're right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck all the knowledge and all that other shit. Look at me, nigga. He likes fucking me.
Yeah.
I look good fucking as
Yeah,
well.
And you know how to fuck.
Yes,
you're
I do.
41. You got how many years of experience? You got at least 20 plus years of fucking.
I actually didn't start fucking until I was 18.
So that's what. I can't even do math, but
But
that's
I
more
mean,
than
a lot
20.
of girls, all my
so you're
friends
really
was
a good
fucking at like
38.
14.
I think you only start aging
You a
once you start
20-year
fucking.
fuck veteran.
Yeah, 20 years
Yeah.
in the system.
Wow.
Yeah, I know how to make myself get off, and I also learned afterwards how to please somebody
It's
else.
the best,
Me
man.
first.
It's the best. Listen, when both of y'all are on that wave, you only gotta have sex for 10 minutes.
It don't. A fuck is 50 pumps. I keep telling
That's
people
it.
that.
That's
It's
it.
50 fucking pumps. If you can't get some shit done in 50 pumps, what are we trying to prove?
Wax was telling me about this young girl he was fucking the other day. Wax was like, God damn, man, she fucked me for like 4 hours. Because she young, she don't know how to
she
get
don't
off,
know.
Don't know how to
nigga.
get herself
You know what
off.
I'm saying? You fuck a nice seasoned pussy, 10 minutes tops.
Man,
Yeah.
2 songs, all I need. 2 songs,
a lap
my nigga.
And if you do foreplay, you giving this girl a nice 20, 25 minutes.
Now the oral is different. Now,
What you mean about that?
I do like a little bit of oral before I get poked. I do.
You like
Yeah.
getting head.
Yes.
Me too.
Okay.
I don't like. I gotta eat the pussy before I fuck. I have to eat my
Yeah.
wife's
Most
pussy.
real niggas do.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
make her squirt before we have sex. by
The
eating
corny
pussy.
niggas is the ones that don't, that think they could put their finger in your pussy and tickle you a little bit.
That's high
and then
school.
they
That's
wanna-
middle school. I'm not
Right.
doing that shit.
Yes. So
That's-
annoying.
All right, look, today's episode of Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by our good friends over at Loot Crate. What is Loot Crate? It's a service that brings you collectibles, apparel, and more for your favorite pop culture franchises delivered right to your door. Right to your... Listen, you know what's really fucked up about y'all? You put fucked up words into the read so that I sound like a fucking idiot every single week. This is it. Pop culture franchise delivered right to your day every single month is what it says right there. And I was reading so well, too. I know all the fans were looking at that going, damn, he's about to get through this read. But no, I fucked it up again with my fucking public school reading abilities. Anyway, for less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items that include licensed gear, unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. And there's more than just the standard Loot Crate. There's loot wear to keep your geek chic attire going. There's loot pets to bring out your pet's inner nerd. Loot Lutanime?
Ludenheim. Loot Gaming, Loot Crate DX.
Yeah, take over, man. That's too much.
There's a crate out there for every kind of geek, and Loot Crate has them all. August is the perfect time to explore the anti-hero, and it's okay to be a little bad when you look so good in the Loot Wear anti-hero collection, featuring vengeful Suicide Squad and Punisher socks. First of all, let's be clear. Suicide Squad is trash.
Is it?
I don't want nothing from Suicide
How's
Squad.
the Joker?
Loot Crate, you can keep that. Garbage. The worst Joker ever.
No.
Listen, man. I remember the TV Joker?
Yeah.
Dope. Jack Nicholson? Dope. Heath Ledger? Amazing.
Yeah.
This Jared Leto is garbage.
Really?
As the Joker. I don't care what nobody says. Suicide Squad is trash. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you like 90s rap videos, you'll love Suicide Squad.
That's all.
It's loud. It's colorful. It's a lot going on. But the song is whack.
Okay.
Sorry. It's terrible.
Well, anyway, purchase your new Loot Crate subscription by going to lootcrate.com/idiots and enter code idiots to save $3 on any new subscription. You've got until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. But when the cutoff happens, it's over. So order your Loot Crate today. That's lootcrate.com/idiots. Offer code idiots to save $3 on your new Loot Crate subscription. Okay, so you like getting some head before you. What about asshole?
My booty hole is a virgin, and I saved it for my husband. And believe it or not, it's the only hole I told him I could save for him. But he don't want it. He's never touched it.
What you mean he doesn't want
I
it?
don't want that
He
butt.
doesn't like butt sex.
I'm with you.
He won't even let me lick his butt. Nothing. I can't toss his salad. Nothing. He
Do you
almost
like-
I
swallowed
don't
it.
mind a tongue between my ass cheeks. Now,
We know you like fingers.
No,
I don't go that far.
Charlamagne, why would you keep lying
I
on this
said
show?
it's
Why
happened.
would you keep
but
Wait,
that's
lying
not
so
on
you
this
have
show?
fingers in your
I've
ass?
had a girl finger.
I don't think that's gay.
My wife put
Say
a
what?
finger in my
I really
ass.
don't think
Yeah, as
it's
long as
gay.
it's not a guy's.
Yeah, I
The
don't think
guy's
that's
hands
gay.
makes
I've been
it
with my wife
gay.
for
not the
18
finger
years.
going
Strong
in.
ass finger.
I've been with
Right?
my wife for 18 years. She put her finger in my ass, but I'm not.
Did you nut right when it happened?
Hell no, that shit hurt like a
Oh,
motherfucker.
no,
I don't have
see,
that
I-
kind
Tell her
of
not to put the thumb.
No, she put her fucking index finger. I'm like, yo, chill out. I felt violated.
Did
I'm
she
not gonna lie.
lick it first and lube it, or she just went right in?
I don't even remember. That shit
'Cause
just
that makes
happened.
a difference. It
Really?
does, yeah.
You
Why,
got
you do
experience
that?
with that type of shit?
I've done it, yeah.
So wait,
You put your finger in Brett's asshole?
No, he won't let me.
Okay,
I
okay,
tried
okay.
one time and he almost hit me.
Was he a
so
tight
I-
end? He's not a tight end, is he?
Corner.
Corner.
He's a
Okay.
little, he's a little guy.
okay, let's just get into the bottom of this. Have you ever had a guy ask you to put the finger?
In my butt?
No, in their
Oh,
own.
yeah.
And how did they phrase that without
It wasn't a
sounding
verbal
crazy?
ask. What it was is I was sucking his dick
Uh-huh.
and I was like,
He just pulled his legs over his head?
cupping the balls during sucking is just cool. And he just moved my hand to his booty hole.
Oh, no, he gay.
And I was just like, oh.
If you request it, you gay, bro.
He
That's
requested
the thing.
it.
You can't request
It's like, yo, if you riding down the street and, a Taylor Swift song comes on or Britney Spears and you
Sing
black
along.
and you start singing it. But if you call the radio station and request it, you gay, bro. like you
you
gay,
can't
bro.
request it.
Like, come on, man. Like, no. Now,
Damn.
let's talk about Nate Park. Let's go back to that. 'Cause
Are we
I
done
got-
sexually harassing
No, we're going to
Miko?
come back to that. We got
Oh,
plenty of time.
yeah.
Her nipples ain't
Christ.
going nowhere.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah. 41 years old?
I can't believe it.
41.
What is your background?
I don't know my father.
Uh-huh. That's the way I like it. Go on.
But I was told some things that he's possibly biracial, Japanese biracial descent.
Okay, so you have some Asian in
Your mama
you.
don't know who she had sex with?
She won't tell me.
Why? You're 41 years
Exactly.
old.
That's the fuck I said. What
Wait,
the hell?
she won't tell you?
I didn't find out till I was 28 that my father wasn't my father. My grandmother told me before she passed away.
Really?
She said, you should ask your mom to tell you who your real dad
Now,
is.
that's just foul. Why would your
rude.
grandma do that? Like, that can't be your
That's
final
who
act.
my grandmother is, though. My grandmother's a real nigga, though. She
Why?
was a
Why wait till she about to go to do that? Like,
we was having some real nigga conversations.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And she just was telling me some shit. And, I was always the black sheep. I always felt like I didn't belong. My sisters used to tell me I was adopted because I looked different than them. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There was a feeling in my gut about it for a long time. I just didn't have any proof until, I confronted the situation.
don't tell me nothing volatile before you die because I need you here for a little while so we can argue. Don't just tell me some shit that we gonna argue and debate about and then you just die on me.
Yeah, that's
You know
a
what
little
I'm
bit
saying?
unfair. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I want to have a discussion about it. Okay, so you don't know your pops.
No.
You have speculation on who he is?
No, I don't. I had a couple of family members that wanted to tell me, but my family's shady. I mean, probably like everybody else's. I had, some family members that wanted to tell me, but they were afraid that if they told me that my mom would blackmail them for the fuck shit that they were doing, in their situations. Everybody's daddy ain't everybody's daddy in my family.
Yeah.
is what I'm finding out.
Oh, there's a lot of hoes in your family.
Yeah, a lot of
what's up
hoes.
with
That's why when a lot of my older relatives, my aunties and stuff, and try to come for us and say stuff about our generation, I'd be like, yo.
You don't even know your fucking baby daddy is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta chill. Don't act like just because now, you guys are trying, you're older now, you're not acting like hoes anymore. Don't act like you didn't go through the phase where you was out here wilding and shit like the rest of us. Like,
you ever been drunk and got fucked?
I prefer it.
No, but I'm talking about like
what he's about to ask
college,
you
right?
is
Yes.
if you've ever
okay, you're
been,
in college, you got drunk, you ended up fucking a dude,
and you woke up,
maybe
you
got a
didn't
train
know.
ran on you.
Oh.
Wake up the next morning, what do you feel?
That didn't happen to me. Sorry.
He's trying to ask if you got raped in a very weird way.
Did you ever fuck somebody? No, I'm not asking you guys. Did you ever get drunk and then somebody fucked you and you woke up like, oh shit, I can't believe I fucked him. Fuck this guy.
Yes.
Would you
That has
consider that
happened.
rape?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
That's just me not being responsible.
So you don't think Nate Parker raped this woman?
I don't know. I wasn't there, but he said he didn't do it and he was acquitted of the charges. So who am I to continue to call him a rapist?
Wow. I wish it was that easy in America. I wish it was that easy for men, because it's not that easy for men when we're accused of rape, because we're guilty until proven innocent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then even when we're proven innocent,
Yes.
we're still guilty on social media.
Yeah, but we're guilty of that shit too. We're guilty of purveying that shit. Like every time we bring up Kobe, you bring up that he's a rapist.
Yeah.
So it's like if we want to treat Nate Parker differently, then we got to treat Kobe differently.
This is so funny to me. I'm glad you brought this up. We pick and choose who we slander.
yeah.
We pick and choose who we support. Mike Tyson, convicted of rape,
Mm-hmm.
actually served time for it. Tupac, convicted of rape, actually served time for it. But they're revered in our community. That shit ain't stopped nobody from buying All Eyes on Me. That shit ain't stopped nobody from ordering the goddamn Buster Douglas fight. Kobe Bryant, charged, got off.
Yeah.
But we love Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
Why all of a sudden y'all don't want to support the Nat Turner film? Because
We
of
haven't
Nate
seen
Parker?
the film yet, and Red Tails wasn't good enough for him to get away with rape. That's really what it comes
you know
down
what
to.
it is? I truly believe.
That really would have come down
Mike
to.
Pocket, Kobe's greatness was proven.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, all
Kobe's
right.
a goat. What is it? Nate
we
Parker
don't know
is
this Nate
still
Parker,
good.
motherfucker.
Come
It's
on.
easy to dismiss him right
Nate
now.
Parker made the great debaters.
Nate Parker can't. I think it's that people view athletes different than other entertainers because people feel like they can act, they can do all that shit. You can't do what Kobe did. You can't do what Mike Tyson did. So we put them up a little bit higher, and we just like easy pass all the fuck shit.
R. Kelly and Michael Jackson got an easy pass.
No, Michael Jackson is still not getting an easy pass. I have one of my best friends plays for the Bucks, living in my house. I feed him everything. He knows I'm obsessed with Michael Jackson. He comes to my house every day and disrespects the shit out of Michael Jackson every chance he gets.
But the fact that you still love him shows that he
wasn't proven guilty of anything. Why wouldn't I?
Like, we don't know people who got away with murder.
And even if he did, just same perfect example, O.J. Simpson. I can't stand his bitch ass. I really can't.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't proven guilty of killing Nicole. So I don't like calling people something that they weren't. In our society, black people, like you said, are always guilty until proven innocent. If we go through the court system like everybody else and we get off for some shit, then we fucking off.
Now, Miko, I'm going to say why I agree with you on that point, even though OJ did kill these motherfuckers, right? I agree with her. I agree with her on that point.
He's not guilty.
I agree with you on that point because sometimes as a community, you just got to let things go for the greater good.
Yeah.
And I know everybody's sitting there saying this, so are you condoning rape and this and that? No, I'm saying that Nate Parker got off, and I'm saying that this Nat Turner movie is bigger than goddamn Nate Parker.
So you're saying that Nate Parker, Nat Turner...
I think somebody's
you
doing
don't know
this
what
on
you're saying
Yes,
right
I do
now.
know what I'm saying. I'm saying this Nat Turner movie is bigger than Nate Parker.
The movie is worth the rape.
People want the movie
He
to
didn't
fail.
rape her. He got found innocent. What you talking about? He got found innocent.
Here's what
are
I'm
you talking
saying,
about?
just to respond to what you were saying, Miko, is if we're going to go about and say, oh, this person was found innocent, so we can't hold them accountable for those actions, then we have to do the same thing when the opposite happens,
Right.
which is when we know somebody was actually innocent, which happens in the black community a
What
lot.
happened to me when I got fucking
There we go.
arrested?
So we know someone's absolutely innocent, but they end up getting found guilty because of a racist court system, systemic
Right.
oppression, etc. Then we have to look at that the same way
How do
and
you
go,
prove innocence,
well, I guess they're guilty.
Like, how do you prove
money?
innocence?
Money is
Like,
how
you
you
can't-
prove innocence.
Like, how do you really prove? How do you really prove in the court of? It's easy. I guess you can prove it in the court of law, but how do you prove it in the court of public opinion?
You don't need innocence, you need forgiveness. How good are you And are we willing to forgive you? Michael Jackson was good enough to be forgiven.
R. Kelly was good enough
R.
to be
Kelly
forgiven.
was arguably good enough to. Kobe Bryant was definitely good. Also, with rape cases, fame plays into effect, right? We think that Kobe could fuck any girl so much that a girl who's a nanny
possibly rape her.
He couldn't rape. Like we don't think he can rape.
Why did he have to rape her?
By the way, I feel like that about Mike, Tupac, all of them. I'm like, come on. Same thing with Bill Cosby. I'm like, really, Bill Cosby, really? You think he had to rape all of these women?
Yeah, but just because we would fuck him
doesn't
mean that. Like, we out here like, I would give him some pussy if I had some pussy. You know what I mean? Don't mean it.
That's
some
a
girl
pause.
wants
I'm with
to.
you.
Just because we would fuck him.
I'm with you. I just don't like the selective support that we show. Because it's literally people saying, I'm not going to see this movie.
Well, that's,
based off these allegations. And they're not even allegations. The allegations were already proven that he didn't do it. Like, that should be it. Yeah. Roman Polanski, motherfucking, what did he do? Drug a 13-year-old girl, had sex with her?
He fucked a 15-year-old girl.
And left the country to avoid fucking charges and still won an Oscar. Wasn't even here to accept it because he's out the motherfucking country and won an Oscar.
Yes.
The media didn't tear him down. I didn't see any other actors or actresses tearing him down.
It was an interesting thing when he won it because some of the actors and actresses were like booing and not standing up, and then
but the media didn't tear him down.
But yeah, again, the media didn't tear him down. I think it's because when you don't have a face to put behind an issue, I don't think it's as simple as white and black thing, and I also think that's an older issue. And I think at the time when Roman Polanski left, it was a bigger deal, and people were coming out and do it. But we also got to look at context.
Social media does heighten everything,
bro. When it comes to context and age, the Rolling Stones got a song, I forget the name of the song, where they openly talk about fucking a 15-year-old girl.
So does BBD. So does every rapper.
Yeah. So again,
BBD says, what did they say? Backstage, underage, adolescent.
Yo, so it's like, this is why. This 18-year-old pussy shit is new, yo. Back in the day, it is new.
Nothing is new. Everything is just being exposed now. All this has been happening. It's just now people know that they can, tweet something or Instagram something or, call TMZ and they can get famous off it. They might get some money off of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that a lot of people don't understand how big the media is and how big the attention is for certain stuff. And that's why I don't jump to believe everything I hear, because I know how people lie and I know how the media will use something. All they have to do is say sources, and a motherfucker can write anything about you.
And people don't understand that there are people out here that want to stop you. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with Nate Parker. It's too easy to say white people. You know what I mean? But it is some type of system in place that is trying to discredit him for whatever reason now.
Racist white people.
We don't know what the reason is. We just
know. The movie must be really good and probably educates black people.
Listen,
and they probably don't want us to see it.
At the end of the movie, they have texts. And they talk about how, because it's a true story. First of all, I don't want nobody to think I'm giving any spoilers, because if you actually fucking read, first of all, fuck you people that say I spoiled Straight Outta Compton for y'all, because I said Eazy-E died. Like, it's a true fucking story. All right, Nat Turner's a true story, you dickheads.
Passion of the Christ. Guess what happens at the end?
Yes, Nat Turner gets hung. The white people killed him at the end. Whatever. So they talk about how they used his body for like tires and grease oil, and they said what they were trying to do was an erase a legacy, so the legacy didn't continue. That's the last thing they wanted, was their livestock to rebel against them. That was the whole point of Nat Turner to begin with. Nat Turner was a preacher. They used Nat Turner to keep other slaves submissive, because he would go around the other plantations preaching the word, telling them to obey thy master. Yeah. And when he started seeing the conditions of other slaves and other plantations, that's what caused them to flip the fuck out. And then they raped his wife, and I don't give a fuck, you black or white. You rape a man's wife, he's gonna seek vengeance, is he not? Is he not? Is he not?
Some things are not forgivable.
Absolutely not.
Some things are not forgivable.
Absolutely not. Some things you want.
I didn't know that that's what he was. I didn't know he was going around.
Nat Turner was an educated preacher. Like his original slave owner taught him how to read. But
that's some real sellout shit. Going around and telling slaves that their life is good.
Sometimes you have to do that so you don't die.
Kill me, bro. I ain't doing that shit.
No, he really didn't. No, Nat Turner got treated good.
Right.
So the plantation he was on, he got treated good. His boss actually would listen to him. His boss was like one of those people that would listen to him but not give him credit. So he would tell
whatever he said.
Yeah.
So you mean like a boss?
Like a real boss.
Like every boss?
Yeah. So he'd be telling the boss like slaves to buy.
Yeah.
And the boss would be like, motherfucker, I I don't know what the fuck's gotten into you lately, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then he go by.
Hey, let me get that number two. Number two with the Yaki perm over there. Like that's what like that's what he would do. So Nat didn't realize that other slaves were really getting treated fucked up.
Yes.
So when he started seeing that,
so he felt like a hypocrite a little bit, probably.
No, he just started reading other scriptures of the Bible, and then when his fucking wife got raped, he like,
fuck this.
Fuck that. Vindication is ours, says the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You strike down on thy enemy, like, and that's what he did. Yeah. So it's like, I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about and why we started talking about this.
Just talking about him going into the other communities and doing the work for the masters and all that shit.
I don't even know why we started talking about it.
Me neither, but it's kind of fun. I'm into it.
Let's pay some bills and come back, okay? Now, we want to talk to you again about a popular advertiser on the show, Blue Apron. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook 3 times as often, and we know that a family cooking together builds a strong family bond. Now, Schultz, did your mom and dad and family cook together a lot growing up?
One of them would cook. I think my mom cooked. She was a horrible cook because my dad worked during the day, my mom worked at night. So we would all have dinner every single night together, which I think is very important. Having dinner with your kids, you find out what's going on.
A lot of white people think that.
You know what? I think that people, like, if you go to different parts of the world, the dinner, like the family meal, that little hour, all of a sudden you're a part of your kids' lives. Like, you know, both of my parents work, so it's not like I could just hang out with one of them all day and tell them, you know, what I was doing at school. That was the moment where I could say, hey, you know, my basketball team's doing pretty good, and I feel like they're involved. So, you know, look at, we're having a tender moment with this Ed.
What was your mother's go-to meal?
Just pasta and tomato sauce. My mom was a hard-working woman, okay? My mom was a hard-working woman.
It doesn't matter. She put food on the damn table.
I'm grateful for her. She put food on the table. She's a amazing dancer, 3-time U.S. Ballroom dance champion. She's the worst cook I've ever experienced in my entire life. Jesus Absolutely Christ. Incredible. Greg, is mom a good cook?
Yo, I had a...
Good.
Yo, I had to connect with Blue Apron for
You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You still live with your mom. You need to eat that food. What are you talking about? Now, sounds like your mom needed Blue Apron, bro.
Absolutely. Right. Better ingredients. That's the problem.
So join Blue Apron's growing community of home chefs by going to blueapron.com/idiots to get your first 3 meals free. Yes, the first 3 Blue Apron meals for free and with free shipping. You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/idiots. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Now, Miko, what was Beanie Siegel saying about me on Taxstone Podcast? I love Beanie Siegel. That hurts my feelings. What did he say?
He felt a way about, he said that, well, first of all, I don't want to be a snitch or nothing like that. You can listen to it yourself.
You're not snitching.
He basically was saying something about tax could be bigger than the Breakfast Club. And the reason was because real niggas respected him. And he said that, I might take it out of context a little bit, but it was something to the effect that the way you did Lil Mama, you had her crying on the show, but when other niggas come on the show and come for you, like you didn't come for them the way you came for her, and she's a female, and there should have been a certain amount of respect for her, and it was some shit like that.
First of all, Little Mama was 6 years ago. That's number one. And I keep telling people this over and over, and I'm glad Little Mama actually did an interview about it herself, and she's been back to the Breakfast Club since. The way the interview was supposed to be set up was me and Little Mama was supposed to be jonesing on each other. Okay. Like, that was the thing. Like yo, Charlamagne makes jokes about you. Little Mama like, hey, we can snap back and forth. That was the thing. We were supposed to be jonesing on each other.
And she lost.
So that's it. So I had jokes ready. Now, she said herself, I didn't make her cry. If you watch the interview, she started crying when motherfucking Angela Yee brought up her deceased mother. Her mother had just passed, maybe like, I don't think she was there for like 6-7 months.
Did you crack on her mom? Okay, then it
Miko,
wasn't your fault. No,
what do you mean, come on? I can absolutely see you crack on her mom.
I would never crack on somebody's deceased mom.
No, you might not have known she died. Like, I'll crack on, like this happens to me all the time. I'll crack on somebody's mom or something, and they'll say she died, and I'll just be like, yo, bad. Like, if we joke and we cracking, like...
Nah, I never did that.
It's not like it was on purpose. It was just a crack.
First of all, you would do that. Let's stop acting like you have, like, morality all of a sudden where you're not willing to go there.
I would not crack on nobody's dead mom.
Come on, bro.
Hell no.
In a private setting, you wouldn't do that?
No. Somebody's dead mom?
Charlamagne
say he's not like that.
Charlamagne is a sociopath. The fact that he's lying to us right now about this thing in a heartbeat.
I'm trying to you're a blatant liar right now. I don't know who to believe.
This is why you got to be scared of people like this.
I'm trying to figure out what would the joke be.
Exactly. You're trying to figure out the joke.
Because I don't understand why would that be funny in any setting.
Even your mom couldn't stand you anymore.
That's sick.
No. No. I don't.
Your mom killed herself. She had enough of you.
God.
But I mean, I would tell Beanie, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have more than just real niggas to, like, grow. You know what I'm saying? Like real, because what real niggas do, real niggas are really fickle too, by the way.
What you mean?
Real niggas fuck with you until you do one thing that they don't deem as real, and then they stop fucking with you.
Yeah, because they put so much stock.
Another nigga.
When they find another nigga, you know how I know? Because I used to be the real nigga.
Yeah.
Until I realized niggas are really fickle because niggas don't want you to grow.
They don't.
Niggas want you to stay that hood, gutter motherfucker forever. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what they want. That's what they respect.
I mean, wasn't that what Jay was saying about the Philly dudes? Is they care too much about being real?
I don't know if he said that in so many words, but
I mean, to a certain extent, it was like, yo, I'm trying to get their business up. I'm trying to give them opportunities. I'm trying to put them in a place to win. And you guys are out here, you know, getting caught on drug raps. Yeah. You guys are getting caught on gun raps. Like, what is going on? Why are you getting shot?
That's not real. And that's the other thing we got to do. Real versus criminal is two totally different things.
Call it what it is. Real
is
real.
Real is exactly. Real is just being your authentic true self. Real is not being afraid to grow, and wherever that growth takes you. Those moments in your life, you're being truly who you are. Yeah. This shit that y'all call real is criminal. Yeah. Y'all want niggas to be criminal forever.
Exactly.
That's what y'all want.
Because you put so much stock in this idea of real, right? You put so much stock in this idea of being a bad motherfucker that the second somebody stops being a bad motherfucker, you don't even conceptualize what they're doing to stop. Maybe they stop being a bad motherfucker so that they could take care of their family. To me, that's more real than it is breaking the law.
And then when they even talk about guys that come on the Breakfast Club to press me, Master P, I made a comment about Mercedes pussy. Master P, my OG. Master P, like, yo, Charlamagne, I respect you, so you got to have the same respect for me. You can't talk about her like that. So I say, my bad. What I'm supposed to do?
Right.
Nah, fuck that. She got a fat pussy. If my OG say that was fucked up,
showing respect.
I got to show respect to him. Like, damn. Like, all right.
But you say stuff, and then if somebody feels a certain type of way about it, you correct it. You say, my bad. You know, you
absolutely. Motivated reasoning, guys. This is what this is. When you want to believe something, you will be blind to the things that you don't want to believe. Right. And the things you do want to believe will be illuminated. For example, if I want to believe that Charlamagne the God ain't real, I will find the interviews where he does something.
You do things that fit the narrative or whatever the fuck you're feeling.
What fits the narrative for me? So if you're coming, that's why I can't fuck with a lot of people, is because if you're coming from a place of this dude ain't shit, you got the internet. You could find some ain't shit behavior.
And you can find whatever it is you're really looking for.
But if you come at me unbiased and it turns out 80% of the time, I'm this quote-unquote real dude, or I am this person that I am, and then 20% of the time there are some situations that could counteract that, shit, I'll shoot 80 from the field.
And I mean, the Fredro situation, we can talk about that too. The Fredro situation, I do wish I'd have beat the shit out of Fredro stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't.
No, but I can't verbally provoke Fredro.
You have other things.
I need Listen, the rules are clear and written when it comes to the Breakfast Club.
You don't got to explain how the sausage is made, bro.
I know, but I'm just talking about with iHeart.
Okay. Don't explain how the sausage is made,
all I'm saying is a person has to hit me in order for me to be totally clean. You can't verbally provoke a person to do something. I can critique you on your music, and if you decide to slug me, then cool, we fight.
Yeah.
But I can't be saying, you pussy, you ain't gonna do shit.
You can't provoke him, and then
you're fired.
What the fuck are y'all talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's part of the reason. I wasn't happy to be fired. I was never fired before from a job in my life, but when I got fired from my radio job, I was kind of happy low key, because then it made me feel like, you know what, I don't have to fucking dance for these motherfuckers no more.
I agree. Yeah, no.
Like, I was so annoyed at coming to work and hearing the things I can't say on the radio. Hearing the things that people called in and said, don't let Miko, all this dumb shit. And I was just like, dog, like, if we gonna talk about football, let's fucking talk about football.
All right up.
I never cussed on the air. I never had to get the little dump, but I'm clean. When I need to be clean, I'm clean. But I don't like that I'm handcuffed by corporate America. That bothers me. I one day want to return there because I feel like I need to reach more people. But I like my podcast and shit because I really could smack the shit out of somebody. There's nobody that can fire me.
Now, see, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's handcuffs with iHeart. It's just legalities. Like, you're going to have to deal with this legal shit. So in order to be clean legally, this is what you have to do. And then plus, when you end the interview like Fredro, and Fredro goes, that's gonna get mad hits on World Star.
You already know.
You already know this shit is some bullshit.
You already know.
You know what I mean? At the end of the interview, we dapping each other up like it's corny ass entertainment motherfucking shit. Like that shit is weak. It's whack. It's not even worth slapping a motherfucker over. Yeah. But Beanie's entitled to his opinion.
I don't know,
I got fired for a Beanie Siegel interview. So let me ask you this question: Am I more of a real nigga or not a real nigga? Because I reached out to Beanie Siegel. The night after he put out the Jay-Z diss record.
Yeah.
I'm on in Philly. I'm like, yo, I gotta get Beanie on. Right?
Yeah.
I record Beanie Siegel, play the interview back. Now, mind you, when I text my boss and I said, yo, we just interviewed Beanie about the Jay diss, my boss goes, I don't know if I would do that. Like, why not? Because it's Jay-Z. Like, what relationship would you rather have, Beanie Siegel or Jay-Z? And I'm like,
neither.
I don't care about either. This is a great story that's going on in hip hop right now. Yeah. So I aired a Beanie Siegel back on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
Jay-Z comments on it that weekend. Monday morning, I play the interview again. I get fired that Monday afternoon. So am I a real nigga because I said fuck it and put Beanie Siegel on the air going at Jay-Z?
Yeah. And what?
And now you're a fired real nigga.
I just want to know, like,
you're now a fired real nigga.
I would like to know, and I can't say real, real whatever. Let's go.
That's crazy that you can't say nigga.
That's
crazy.
It's not worth it.
Don't do it, Schultz.
I'm not gonna.
You
every week they tweet. They say Schultz said nigga, and I'm like, when did
if you ever around me and there's no microphone, you can say nigga around me.
Honestly have no interest in saying it. There's only one instance where I want to say it, and that's when somebody says something real stupid, and then
you want to say nigga, please,
without the please. Like
nigga,
it's just
what?
where you squint your eyes and turn your head to the side. Yeah. That's a good one for it. But I think that there needs to be like a real N-word insurance policy for when you do act like a real N-word and then your life goes down the drain. I want to know where these other dudes who value your realness, where do they come in and help you out?
There you go.
Do they give you some money? Because they know when you get fired, they're the first people to be like, well, who's the new real one? Because he's fired, he ain't got a job no more.
That's some real shit.
Why am I being real for you if you ain't even fuck with me when I do the real shit?
Busted a motherfucker head and you locked up and motherfuckers, why them real niggas ain't paying your bail?
Exactly.
Why them real niggas ain't bonding you out? Why them real niggas ain't paying your goddamn lawyers?
Why I got no money in my commissary? Right? Because people want this realness all the time, but they don't want to invest in it. If you want realness, invest in realness, fam.
Yeah.
How much money have you put into realness today? That's what I asked Beanie. Where's the money going into realness?
Yeah.
Because if you're putting $1 million into realness and you're investing in all these real ass dudes, then okay. Then it's worth it for me to maybe take those risks. But in reality, we got to make smart decisions. You got 2 kids. Hold on,
let me clear something up. He wasn't saying you wasn't a real nigga. He was just saying Tax, I believe, has more respect from real niggas as far as the interviewing, podcasting.
Listen, Tax is my guy. I love Tax. I want Tax to be as big as he possibly can be. But you gotta get the respect of these goddamn white people, and you gotta get the respect of these people that Nat Turner be killing. Like you need these corporate entities to respect you. That real nigga shit is cool, but I'm telling you, that shit is fleeting, bro.
This makes me sad.
Fleeting. Man. It is. This is what keeps motherfuckers from not growing.
And not
I want Tax to grow. That's why I say, Tax, come over here and do this MTV shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, no, I think I just makes me
can't be afraid to.
I just love Beanie so much, and
I still love Beanie.
I just love.
You cannot not love him.
He's fucking incredible.
I still love Beanie.
Okay.
Listen, I will have this conversation with Beanie Siegel when the time
still
happens.
Here. Let's blink. I mean, he's in town.
I should get him on the Breakfast Club. But I love Beanie Siegel. I fuck with Beanie Siegel. I love Beanie Siegel's music. It's not gonna make me like Beanie Siegel any less. But I'm just saying that real shit is quote unquote limited. And who says I'm not being real?
You just say that's what I'm saying. Don't I don't want y'all to miss. I
never said.
He said you don't like black women.
Listen,
okay, he said Charlamagne does not like black women.
Black?
Very, very. She got 4 dreads right now. That's how black she is. 4.
Damn.
FAUX. All right.
4 dreads.
FO.
How white was that?
But I'd like to have a conversation with Beanie. But it's just interesting.
And it wasn't like a 20-minute dialogue. It was a solid 3.5 minutes.
This is the Charlamagne knock that I've noticed. I just want to point this out. When you want to knock something about Charlamagne, because Joe tried to pull the same shit.
No, Joe said I was a puppet.
Well, no, but he also said that you didn't come at certain people as hard, and when people come,
that's his That's on him.
But what I'm saying is, I'm finding a pattern here, right? With the anti-Charlemagne folk, the comment is always the same. So to me, that says if you guys all have the same reason for not liking Charlemagne, then you really don't like Charlemagne. You're looking for proof as to why you don't like him because you all have the same reason. Because if I don't like pecans, I might not like it because of the texture. If I don't like this band, I might not like the sound of the music. But if everybody that doesn't like a band doesn't like it for the same thing,
and
you can try it, bro. It's a little extra. Exactly. Like, what's going on here?
And another thing, people may feel about something. People feel a way about something, and I may not feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I like Vic Mensa, I'm not going to shit on Vic Mensa. But if you don't like Vic Mensa, you'll be tweeting me saying, why you ain't going on Vic Mensa? Why would I?
Because they have an issue.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, everybody always wants me to go in on these new young rappers. Whether it's the Little Yachties or the 21 Savages. And they're like, yo, these motherfuckers ain't real hip hop. One thing I noticed, most of these motherfuckers is my age or older. They're the guys that still wear jean shorts with Timberlands. So they still...
Bangs brought that up too.
They love that type shit.
What?
The rappers today, and they not nothing compared to the other rappers because he brought up Biggie and Pac and the albums they had out in their early 20s and the shit that they was spitting about and all that. Listen, he was saying that the young guys today talk about corny shit like...
I agree with him on that because I'm from that era. But guess what? My daddy thought that the shit I was listening to was corny.
Yeah.
My daddy thought Snoop Dogg was corny. He was like, this motherfucker out here talking about killing all these motherfuckers and doing all these, smoking all this goddamn weed.
Eras, yeah.
He was like, this Dr. Dre said, what the fuck is this fucking weed playing on the front of the CD? Yeah. He hated Method Man and Redman. It was the same exact shit. Now guess what we sound like? The old motherfucking
we all
men. Give these young niggas a chance to grow.
Yo, and
Beanie didn't always think that way.
You're right.
Beanie was out here talking about shooting motherfuckers 100 mile per hour. What are you talking about? Fucking niggas up. Like, stop acting like we were all so conscious. We weren't.
Yeah.
You was the street nigga, Beanie.
Yeah. He's still listening to me.
It's the reason Taxstone sat there and talked to you for 3 hours. Because he's a street nigga too. Yeah. And
they were mirroring each other.
They mirrored each other.
I didn't even get, I'm going to tell you, it's 3 hours. I think I was about 2 hours, 15 minutes in. I was deep. I was involved. The shit was dope. It really sounded like Tax interviewing himself, low-key. Like a nigga that instead of going this way, went this way with his music. You know what I mean? Like Tax, I don't think he was ever a rapper or no shit like that. But you could tell they literally grew up the exact same way. And one went this way and one went music. They both ended up in jail. And now, you know what I'm saying? They're back.
Shout out to the real.
Talking about, the shit that they went through. Like, I didn't grow up like that. You know what I mean? So I grew up in LA. It's a different type of hood, different type of shit. Same struggle, but that's why I think I like Tax because he talks about like an East Coast type of hood shit that I'd never
There's a voyeuristic quality.
Yeah.
You like looking and peering in on somebody's life, It's like watching porn. It's like you're watching people fuck.
Yeah, see, I don't really like porn.
All right, fair.
I grew up that way, but I learned early. I learned at 18, 19. I spent my 20s doing radio.
You know some of the things that I've heard about you, Charlemagne?
I make a lot of money now.
One of the biggest things recently, I would say within the last year, because I've been following you for a while. You just became cool with me, but that's another story. Anyway, a lot of people have issues in saying something about you wanting to be white because you bleaching your skin and shit. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. I've never bleached my skin. Have I gone to see a dermatologist? Absolutely. Have I changed my lifestyle to where I'm nice and lean and got a six-pack, by the way? And you know what I mean? Yes, I'm healthier now.
People think you're trying to be white or you're trying to not be a nigger.
Why would I try to be white when white ain't cool? White is not cool right now.
First of all, we don't want you. Okay? We don't want nothing to do with you, Charlemagne.
This is the 90s. Being white is not cool.
Yeah.
Like, nobody likes that Wayne Brady shit no more. Like, I'm sorry. Nobody wants the black white guy. Yeah. I'm sorry.
When did they want that?
No, they did for me.
They did for me.
Really?
There was a lane for that for
See, you're different because you like the Chris Rocks of the world. You like the Eddies. You like those cool motherfuckers. I just like
greatness. I'll be honest with you. I really don't give a fuck.
Wayne Brady's not great to you?
No. I'm going to be honest with you. I really think that if Wayne Brady hosted a late night talk show, he would be the best host. I think that guy's so talented.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff he did that I just was like,
He's a cornball, but you cannot deny his ability to fucking sing, dance, do improv.
He's got great timing of all types of just random shit. Yeah. Like, he's got great comedic
Unbelievable.
timing.
He's Jimmy Fallon on steroids. Like everything Jimmy does, Wayne can do better, and Wayne can actually have a conversation because he knows how to listen because he does the improv.
Yeah.
That's his background. Like he hosted a few nights. I don't know for CBS. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, but he's just still so corny. Like he's just hella corny.
To us. But imagine 40, 50-year-olds seeing this guy every night. It's like, dude.
But I think they don't like. I think they like that cool shit. Because think about it. Think about the biggest rappers in the world.
Right.
Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Tupac. Those motherfuckers never were anything except their unapologetically selves.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Gangsta shit, gun shit, go on TV, say what they want, whatever. I do the same thing. I go on Colbert and talk about 5%ers. I go on Colbert and insult white women. Yeah. Like, what more? Like, what more do y'all want from me?
You have a dope life, man. You definitely have a dope life.
Yesterday, all they did was call iHeart all day complaining because I posted the Birth of a Nation poster, and I put, I can't talk to white people for a few days. I need a moment.
Yo.
They were calling saying I need to be fired.
You're a racist.
Because I'm being honest.
You're a racist is
First
what they
of all,
call you for being honest.
Okay, if your honesty is racist, it's still racist.
That's not racist.
Like, no, it's not
a white
racist.
person.
Not racist.
A white person can't watch a video of a black guy killing a white lady and go, you know what? I can't talk to black people.
Yes, you can. You still got the balls to do it.
No,
yes, you can. Listen,
that must be a white thing. How white people think. Is that how Chris Morrow? Is that a lane?
Listen, I am not allowed. First of all, I just wouldn't have that thought. The problem of your thought process is, okay, these people with white skin did something bad to black people. All white, the jump to all white people are bad because of those.
I didn't say that.
He said he can't talk.
I just say I need a break from white people for a few days.
But no, it's not about putting words. It's about understanding what the words that he said mean to someone interpreting.
Who cares?
When you say the people. So when you say this, right? When you say, I know what you meant, and I took it in jest, and I'm going to give a story to relate to it real quick, which is, but when you say I can't talk to white people now, it implies that you have a feeling about all white people because of the actions of these few. Now, I took it as sarcasm. My mom's Scottish. She saw the movie Braveheart. Remember that movie with Mel Gibson?
Yes.
I'm not bullshitting with you. 3 days she was depressed and angry. 3 days. And I
That's
swear,
what a good movie does.
Son, when you said that, that's all I thought. She literally walked out fucking crying.
Yes.
She's
This is what I'm
angry
saying.
for 3 fucking days. And I'm like, I get what Charlamagne's going through. I totally understand.
Listen,
people are going to be corny.
Miko, go.
You have to respect something. I have a friend who's ATF in Florida, and she was educating me on why the police can get away with killing people.
What is ATF?
Alcohol, tobacco,
I thought it
firearms.
was ass to face.
Jesus
Christ.
Oh my God. I like how you think though.
Okay, go.
She was telling me that if you're a police officer and let's say a black person one day came and put a gun to your head without you knowing and it made you panic and now you have a feeling about black people approaching you from the behind in a way without you knowing, blah, blah, blah. If you have a flashback of that scene when you see a black dude approach you from behind and you turn around and shoot him, you are well within your rights as a police officer because of previous experiences in that exact situation.
That's a slippery slope,
I don't agree,
I'm telling
Miko.
you, I don't agree either. But she's saying this is how you can justify I feared my life. You just have to tell a story about something that happened to you where this situation happened and it triggered you and it made you react and to defend yourself.
I get it.
But black people aren't allowed to do that.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Not just black people. Anybody who's not in a position of power like a police officer.
Yes. If I say to you, I'm walking down the street and a cop just like what happened to me at the bullshit ass dumpster fire in the AFCs, I don't talk about
You can't just whip out on a cop.
A cop came from behind and choke slammed me from behind. I didn't know it was a cop. I'm gonna hit you back, my nigga. I'm a real nigga. And then they jumped me. So in the future, if I see a cop walking from behind me and I turn around and just start swinging on this nigga, I'm not able to be like, I feared my life from what happened to me. But they're able to do that. See, he's not able to be like, I watched this movie and it took me somewhere because he's black. Like,
yo, how about this?
He can feel that. He's allowed to feel a certain way about something, and people have to just accept that.
When I was young and I saw Jaws, I didn't want to go in the water out of fear of sharks. Yeah. When I saw fucking Thomas J and My Girl get stung by the bees, I didn't fuck with motherfucking beehives.
Yes.
Like when I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, I didn't want to go to sleep because I was scared of Freddy Krueger. I watched the movie for 2 hours with white people raping black women.
And it made
killing, just killing, lynching black people. This one dude took a chisel.
Don't tell us everything.
You're right. But I'm like, how can you not watch this and as a black man be like,
react?
Yo, white people was really fucked up at one point in this country.
And believe it or not.
And it's like, yo, it does make you feel like, I just need a break from white people for a second.
Most
and you have that right.
sane white people understand where you're going through. I think that you have a certain faction of white people that are, again, looking to take you down. Right?
I agree with that.
And they wait for everything you say. They do it to me. And I give them opportunity every morning. I say, how am I going to give these people another opportunity to hate me? I do that on purpose, honestly, because I want people to realize there's nothing that you're going to scare me out of or into not being myself. If I want to say some shit on social media, everybody else gets to say what the fuck they want on social media. Why the fuck can't I? Because you put me somewhere and you feel like I'm a role model and you done gave me a platform that I didn't ask for. So now I got to stand on this platform and be perfect for you every day on social media. Get the fuck out of here.
And you know
I'm
what?
going to be myself.
That's right. And you can't be afraid to be that. We're afraid to be that. If you shows get attacked by a group of black guys. And you see, no. How about this? How about this? You go see the Nat Turner movie, right? Yeah. And you get on Twitter and you go, man, P.S. I'm staying away from black people for the next couple of days because they're going to see this shit and they're going to want to fuck some white people up. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, dog.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But if I saw a different movie where, let's say, for example, some black people ended up raping a white chick and I was like, damn, yo, these black people are crazy. I don't want to talk to black people for 3 days. People would look at that and they go, Schultz, are you really taking what happened in this movie and applying it to all black people? That's unfair to black people.
No, I'm not, but I have a feeling about it. It made me feel a way.
See, me personally,
that's what you have that right.
I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't take that feeling from the movie and put it on all black people. Just like I don't take any event that happens because of one black person and put it on all black people. If a black guy robs somebody, I don't go all black people. But that's not putting it on black people. It's literally communicating a feeling you got from it. We are allowed somehow, some way, people, the corny motherfuckers of the world that kind of run social media, because these niggas, like I talk about them all the time, never got pussy in high school, none of that shit, never got nothing, picked last in PE. Now there's social media and they got a crew. They got a whole unit of motherfuckers. They got friends. And they gang up on people that express themselves.
That's true.
They can express them motherfucking selves all they want because they have their own group. But the minute you express something that group doesn't like, they think they could come in your mentions. That's why people always say, oh, she's scared. She blocked her Twitter. No, I blocked my Twitter to decrease the fuck niggas. I'm going to address all you bitch ass niggas.
I don't block nobody.
I can't get to all y'all, though.
I don't block nobody.
I have to block people because
I want them to see me shine. Boo.
No, but some people say things. You're not a mother. You're a father. But I feel as a mother, when people attack my son in a certain way, I gotta block you, my nigga. And when I see that type of shit, I can't keep seeing it because I carry a gun. You know what I'm saying?
You know you can't do that in New York,
I don't have one in New York.
Okay.
I can tell.
But I can't really, I always say that to myself. I always pray that I never go to jail. Only way I would ever actually thought I would go to jail is defending my son.
And that's smart.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what people on social media do. They attack things that they know hurt you or bother you and try to take you out of your character. So I have to block them so I can get back to the point of shitting on these other niggas.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. They gang up on you and they try to make you apologize. Oh, you need to apologize. When I said the Jew shit, fuck y'all. I'm not apologizing.
Whoa.
I never meant.
What Jewish?
What Jewish thing
did you say?
Yeah, so I said the owner of the
Here we go.
No, I said Jew because that's what I said.
Okay.
You know, the owner of the Dolphins is Jewish.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about football 10 years now. What I know is the majority of the owners are Jewish. Let's just be real. Majority of the GMs are Jewish.
Okay.
There is a way that things are done where if you're Jewish, they're going to keep you employed in that element of the NFL.
As they should.
I said this. Instead of saying Jewish, I abbreviated with Jew. And I was in the New York Post. I was in the Boston Globe. For a week, all these newspapers as an anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. I'm not gonna lie, I hate that.
How am I anti-Semitic?
That I hate.
Because I abbreviated a word.
Yeah, that I hate.
What was the context, Miko?
The context was I was shitting on him. Let's just be clear. I was shitting on the owner.
But you can shit on an owner.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But hold on. Why were you shitting on the owner? Because they actually...
The owner talks about me in his interviews and shit. Why are you talking about me, my nigga? I never signed a contract with your team, bitch ass nigga. So don't speak about me. I don't fuck with him.
Who, did your man work for him?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to stop doing that.
No, I don't.
You're making it hard for your man.
I'm not
Miko.
making
Don't do
anything
that.
hard for my man.
I want to get to this.
I'm not making... If my man told me to chill, I would.
Well, you need to tell her to chill, Brent. Why aren't you telling her to chill?
I wouldn't tell you to chill.
Because you don't know what happened to us. That's why.
Miko, we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
The team he plays for now?
No. Last team.
Fuck it, don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yes, we was off the roster.
Yeah.
Back to the Jew talk, and then we'll get into
So it said...
Jewish.
It said... And I wish I could read it.
I can say
it. But it said something like this. Let him read it.
No. Gotta respect Ross for keeping his Jew buddies employed, but did he not see how Tannenbaum...
Another Jew.
Put the Jets in the dumpster with that Sanchez deal?
I'm anti-Semitic.
Okay, let me ask you, are you implying that because Tannenbaum was protected under this Jewish umbrella, he wasn't as qualified to do his job, and therefore the Jets got fucked?
Kind of, yes.
So okay. So here's the thing that I'll criticize. Not about what you said, but about the interpretation of this. What do we always say? What does every minority group always say? We got to look out for each other. We got to look out for our own.
The tweet behind that was, I wish black people did what Jewish people did. They left that alone. They left that out of the whole context.
So you complimenting this motherfucker.
I'm glad you said that, because that is what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said for years. He said we should learn from Jewish people. But they say the same thing about him.
Nobody copied the next tweet that said,
what you're saying.
I wish black people did this shit that they did. I'm shitting on him and saying, but Daps to this nigga because he keep his people employed. I can't even hate on that.
I'm never going to be mad at any race or whatever for doing that.
Me either.
Especially an oppressed group. An oppressed group that takes care of their own. So here's the thing and I always say this when it comes to Jews, is Jews do the thing that every minority group...
How come you get to say Jews?
I don't know if he can.
You can say Jews. The word Jew, for whatever reason, has a derogatory, feeling or sentiment to it. But here's my thing. It's all about context. Like, if you don't feel hate...
Was that anti-Semitic?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because I understand this as you're saying basically, look, there's a Jewish boys club, essentially, and they're going to take care of Jewish people. And because they take care of Jewish people, some people might get a job that aren't that good at it, but they're Jewish.
You should preface that show by saying it's not anti-Semitic to you. Because a Jewish person might read that and be like, yes, that's
anti-Semitic. They said it's because I abbreviated Jewish.
Okay, so Chris Moreau is Jewish.
Yes.
Chris Moreau is borderline Jewish. All right, he's Jewish when it's convenient.
I want to point this out.
You're occasionally Jewish.
Chris is the worst Jew you'll ever meet in your entire life.
He's occasionally Jewish. I can't stand it.
Okay?
I can't stand it.
He married a Vietnamese woman.
Oh my God.
Hey, handle it.
Listen, actually, that is kind of Jewish. Because you guys do fuck with Chinese
Chris is more
food on
Asian
Christmas,
than Jewish,
so
by the way.
you really went full border.
Chris cares about Asian people more than he cares about anybody else.
I really like the Chinese.
Chris cares about Asian people more than anybody else too, buddy.
Without a doubt. Asian lives matter to Chris.
Jewish, he don't care about that.
Chris don't give a fuck about no. And you know whose lives really last the longest? Fucking Asians. They're good. You don't need to worry about their lives, okay? But real talk, when I read this shit, all I see, to be honest, is you, like you said, kind of dapping up the idea of Jews taking care of each other, but also understanding that when you take care of for example, when you hire your boys, when you're a rapper, you hire your boys, and you hire
qualified. You still hire him because you trying to help him and educate him and teach him. That's what they do.
You goddamn
it was a compliment, and I was called anti-Semitic for it.
But you got to be careful with, if you didn't say Jew, if you said...
That's what I found out.
You got to respect Ross for keeping his Jewish, if you said brethren. Buddies is a little... People are so silly. Yes. You see what I'm saying? They're going to look for how you're going to be racist, or you're going to look for how you're going to be anti-Semitic.
Yes. We have a whole group of people out here that I have coined race reachers. They're always reaching for race. Yeah. They called Ellen racist because she put up a meme riding on Usain Bolt's back, and she said, "This is how I'm running errands from now on." Now, when I saw that,
I thought it was funny.
I'm like, yeah, it's funny. Usain's fast as a motherfucker. She had to put out another tweet saying,
I apologize.
I'm fully aware of racism. I would never mean like that.
They would never get that from me.
Fuck y'all. You know what I did today? I put out a meme today of me riding on Michael Phelps' back. And I said, this is how I'm hitting the waves for the rest of my life, goddamn it. Like, that shit was so stupid to me.
People just want to reach and want to make you bad.
But you didn't hop on Hussein's back.
And want to make you feel some type of way about something.
I'm saying you didn't hop on Hussein's back.
But that's not racist. I wanted to do something that I was trying to bait the race reachers.
What if Ellen put out a meme saying, this is how I'm riding around now because Jamaicans are really hardworking?
Listen, what if we put a picture of Welvin A-Town up and put I'm so special?
I'm so special. Oh my God.
I'm so special.
Oh my God. I asked a reporter if he was slow. And a whole bunch of this group of people that come at you.
I refuse to believe that they got a hive.
They got a hive, dog.
Are
you making fun of mentally challenged people? I said, no, I'm making fun of this corny motherfucker because he's saying shit that make me think he really might be slow. Like, what are you talking about? Why would I make fun of people like that?
Why can't you call someone retarded if they're acting retarded?
Acting fucking retarded and I ask you if you're retarded. Yeah. Why y'all coming for me? I was like, yo, I will slander all y'all. I got a group of fat people came for me one time because a fat nigga hit me up and talked some shit to me. And when I say nigga, I don't mean black person. I just mean anybody.
Fuck these fat. Listen, I fat shame like a motherfucker.
Yo, that came
Lose
from me.
some goddamn weight,
fat people came for me because the nigga tried to say something. He was like, I bet your IQ is, he tried to make fun of me. And I said, I bet your BMI is blah, blah, blah. He had a crew of fat people coming for me. And I said, fuck all you fat motherfuckers. All y'all need to have a plant-based diet.
Yes.
You need to figure out the difference between complex carbohydrates and simple.
Yes.
You need to educate yourself on food. I understand people have medical conditions that cause them to be overweight, but you motherfuckers, I have scanned your Instagrams. All y'all eat terribly, so I'm going to talk shit about you.
Goddamn right. Listen, I fat shame like a motherfucker. I don't care, because I want you to lose weight. You know why? Because you're gonna die if you don't. Die to die. Like it's unhealthy. Like I'm not doing this to try to clown you and tease you because of aesthetics. I'm doing this because you could have a heart attack. You could have high cholesterol. You could fucking die, you fat fuck. And when I'm on a plane, I don't want to sit by you. That's not prejudice. I just don't want to sit by a fat motherfucker, yo.
And they all be on your arm. You know what's annoying about planes? They put that one armrest, and then you got to figure out whose it is. And then so it's a big person, then they all on you in your side. I got lots of space, but I sit Indian style in my seat on the airplane.
Listen, you can be,
and I can't if it's a big person next to me. I really can't.
You can be whatever you want to be in this world. We all have the right to pick and choose whatever we want to be. But when it starts to become an inconvenience to other people, that's when you got to chill the fuck out. Like you being gay is not an inconvenience. Me being black is not an inconvenience. You being a woman is not an inconvenience. You being fat is an inconvenience, and you can change it. You weren't born this way. All right? We were all born 8 pounds, a few ounces. You chose to get to this motherfucking size. I was born black. You was born a woman. Some people are born gay, which I believe.
Why you pointing at me for being gay?
With the gay shit.
Why you pointing at me with the gay shit?
Let me find out.
Don't get the fuck out of
here. You weren't born black.
Find out.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna leave y'all to it because I have a meeting with some very important Jewish people, and they love me, and they think I'm real. All right, and I'm going to continue to make my life live like it's golden.
For sure. Okay? Well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Yeah, you're going to have to have me back another time.
We would love to when you back in town.
I was cheated a little bit.
Yeah,
when you back in town, Miko.
I'm a flight away, my nigga. I'm always available.
All right, so we need Miko back.
Okay, well, as always, if you listen to this podcast, well, give me your information first, Miko.
I heart Miko on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. That's it.
All right. And as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you think we're dumb and we don't know shit, just a couple of idiots, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.